Every day, just about everyone has to move about as a pedestrian. And if we're not focused on that mode of transportation and trying to make that safe, we're putting people at risk.
Not too far from where I live, older adult, a senior citizen, unfortunately was killed by just crossing in the crosswalk. She wasn't jaywalking. She wasn't doing anything wrong. We want to make sure no matter how you get around, you can do so safely.
There's not a ton that we control as mayors. We don't control a lot of human behavior, but we can control the environment that promotes certain behaviors.
I think if a mayor wants to make pedestrian safety a priority in their city, they just need to start having that conversation, talk to people, because I can guarantee you that there are others in your community that want to make pedestrian safety a priority.
Have conversations about how people get around, what they need, what they want, and then work with the partners in our communities to make that happen.
Ensuring that we're addressing pedestrian safety for vulnerable communities is important for a community like Sheboygan. We are proud partners in working with AARP and making sure that we're having livable community standards that really make sure that we're strengthening diverse populations across our community, from senior citizens to youths to folks of different economic income levels are very important, because if we're making sure we're addressing those communities and how they're impacted, we can strengthen everybody across our entire city.
I think that there's great value in being part of a program like the Mayor's Innovation Project and the Institute for Pedestrian Safety, specifically because it gives me new ideas, but also because it gives me encouragement that, that this stuff is not just happening in Salem, it's not just happening in Massachusetts, it's conversations that are happening across our country.
Look, it's a lonely job being a mayor, and we know only what we know inside the confines of our own city practices. But being able to hear from other mayors and see what's being done elsewhere successfully is really the only way that we can move our cities forward by learning from others. And it's an extremely successful and productive strategy.
I think there's so many resources out there, and the Mayor's Institute really helps us synthesize all those opportunities so we can bring those home and apply it to the issues that we're trying to tackle.
I've learned so much just for being in this conference for 2 days and collaborating with my peers.
To have access to the leaders of much larger cities and the resources and the wisdom that they bring, but also the experts on a national level.
We had conversations with agencies and organizations that could help us bring resources to our community, and we just got down to solving problems.
Because that's what it's about. It's about delivering for our communities. It's about learning. And yeah, they're creating a little container for us to grow and be better advocates and better show up for our community. So I'm deeply grateful for this opportunity and would recommend it to anyone.